नमस्ते बिटिया। हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। ऑनलाइन डिजिटल क्लासेस के क्रम में जो हम लेक्चर्स आपके होल्ड कर रहे हैं, उसी में आज मैं एक नया लेक्चर लेने जा रहा हूँ जिसका कि नाम है इवैल्यूएशन ऑफ सिम्टम्स पार्ट 2, that is according to Elizabeth Wright. So before starting this lecture, I will like to include that we are taking these lectures on digital version 2 JVWU platform as per schedule provided by the university, which is the best women's university in India and also having the best homeopathy college in Jaipur. Hope this lecture will satisfy your quest for knowledge. Please listen to it carefully and drop your queries in the comment box in the YouTube, which I will answer in the problem solving session. So we start with the session. What Elizabeth Wright Hubbard says about the evaluation of symptoms. She says that in Bonigasan, 482 small pages are having 335 rubrics, which are not to be found in Kent's 1423 large pages. Even though Bonigasan repertoire is so small, still it is having a lot of information which even Kent's repertoire is not having. The Kent's repertoire claims to be based on generals, yet it is a maze of particulars. A lot of particulars are included in Kent repertoire. The example is extremities chapter, which is the largest one and which is the source of particulars. So it's a point of criticism. Now, the Bonigason's repertoire is most focused and classified. Every symptom that refers to a part may be predicated of the whole. This is the main thing in Bonigason. The interrelationship of symptoms and the sequence of remedies are brought out. It opens a way into the wide field of combinations. तो आप बनिगर्सन रिपर्टरी में देखते हैं सेंसेशंस आपको एक अलग चैप्टर है, लोकेशंस एक अलग चैप्टर है, मोडालिटीज एक अलग चैप्टर है, concomitants they are scattered about. So it gives a lot of combinations to make. The Bonigason's method shines in cases without many mental symptoms, but where we use it, where we don't have many mental symptoms. So without rare, strange, peculiar symptoms with few particulars in cases where modalities predominate and the concomitants are marked. So this is the indication of Bonigason repertoire that the cases in which modalities predominate, concomitants are marked, having few particulars, having very few rare, strange, peculiars. Then some of the unique features of Bonigason, they are use of the side of the body throughout, rubrics of trouble associated with stool and urination. See, the complaints which are associated with stool and urination, they are so important because they form concomitant. Stool before, during, after, urination before, during, after, they are concomitant. So they are so important. Then accompanying symptoms of leukorrhea, menses, respiration, stool, cough, nose, fever, sleep and waking. They are also very important. Aggravation and amelioration before, during, after, cough, vertigo, fever, menses, stool, urine, sleep, sweat, etc. They are to be taken into consideration because they are quite important and marked symptoms in Bonigason's work. So this is all in this lecture. At the end of this lecture, I would like to give you an assignment, which is a subjective type of question. And the question is, what various environmental rubrics can repertoire contain in generalities chapter, and what is their value in evaluation of symptoms? What various environmental rubrics can repertoire contain in the generalities chapter, and what is their value in evaluation of symptoms? In contrast to Bonigason repertoire. In Bonigason repertoire, you know there are certain environmental symptoms. Where they are given? They are given in aggravations. So you have to contrast the environmental rubrics given in Kent repertory with the environmental rubrics given in Bonnigsen repertory in aggravation section. So this is your assignment for the day. So we end this lecture. Thanks a lot for attentive listening. See you with a new lecture in the next session. Till then, goodbye.